Hey, welcome to the next episode of Let's Animate, where we can't remember what our key bindings are for stop recording. I was clicking frantically at the end of the last video because I could have sworn I had hit my hotkey to stop the recording, but it wasn't working, and I think what I was actually doing was hitting Control instead of Shift. So now that we've peeled back that veil, let's continue to peel back the veil when it comes to my thoughts on naps. This is going to be pretty strange. Let's take all of this. Can't do it that way. G, and we'll shift click those and all those. And then this and this and all this. And if we go like this and we go like this and then we go whoop. Oh yeah, that's sexy. It's actually pretty horrible, but yeah, I had a nap on Sunday, picking up where nobody left off. I had a nap on Sunday and enjoyed it. And like I said, a nap I usually treat as a sign that something is wrong. I had a nap in the bed when I was really knocked out before surgery. The pain was just crippling. So I went and I lied down in bed, right? Something's wrong. My body responds by getting some extra sleep. The more sleep-like my state, in a bed or like right out snoring, the more likely it is that something is wrong. But just a little cat nap on a couch, usually it's, I haven't got enough sleep, or in the case of the other day, it's just generally worn out, was getting roughly the same amount of sleep as normal last weekend, but just a little bit more worn out during the day, different activity that I'm not used to at times that I'm not used to it, being active and social right up till, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. It's not my norm. I don't do that stuff. I don't like it. Even when I was, quote unquote young, it was never really my thing to do that. Bit of a shut-in, a bit more of a lone wolf, so to speak. How did this guy get married and have kids? Good question. I don't know. I have no idea how it happened. I must have been. I think I was bamboozled. I think I was tricked. I was something. I'm just kidding. Don't take this the wrong way. No, it's all good. But yeah, so a nap is something that's usually not something I look forward to or something I aspire to accomplish. But I enjoyed it the other day. It was a nice little thing that happened. And there's no denying that it happened because I was flat out on the couch, asleep. My kids saw it, wife saw it, everybody saw it. It happened. There's no denying it. What if we just did stripes? The stripes don't look that bad. I might just leave it like that. That accomplishes very much the same kind of idea. What I might do though is I might tighten these lines up. 0.5. Maybe. What is this? This is a Q, and this is shortcut L. Oh yes, I remember trying to make this span with my hands from Q to L. It's not the most yeah, Q. So we select this and I drop that. Boom, 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 boom. Get a rhythm going. Boom, 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 boom. Q, L, Q, L. There, how does this look now? Oh, it's not that great, but it's alright. I think it'll be fine. It's all good. We don't need to overthink this. This guy's going to be on screen for a grand total of what? I don't even know what. We're doing this on the jacket layer, so that's fine. Bring that over there. We'll Q this. Boom. And then we'll L. We Q'd this. Now we'll L this. And then we can do this. And we can go like this. And we can do something like this. And this. Sure. CV. There we go. And then we can keep talking about naps. You know, me and you can still have our heart to heart. Everything can go just like we always wanted it to. We can just slowly and calmly work our way through all this control seeing and control being until the cows come home. And if you want, you can have a little nap. I won't tell anyone. You can just shut your eyes right now. Just kind of drift off to lonely town. That sounds mean. Go drift off to lonely. That sounds like a 1930s era sort of disrespectful comment. You know, like go suck an egg. Go drift off to lonely town. Oh, I'm so glad that I cracked myself up so much. But go drift off to lonely town, would you? Drift off. Drift off, pal. Drift off to lonely town. Nobody wants you here. Go suck an egg in lonely town. That'll teach him. You and your broad. Drift off to lonely town. Oh my God, I'm horrible. It's just, that looks pretty good actually. Makes him look very wide on that side. I don't know if it's the wider spacing or if it's the just this texture in general is doing it. But it's happening for some reason. He looks very wide on this side. Very, very wide. Maybe seeing these, getting this black line here. We'll put a boundary, a little end point, a stopping point, a rubber stop. Nip it in the bud. And bring some definition to the side of him, and maybe, just maybe, he won't look so wide on the side here. Definitely helped, but he still looks like you can't really see it because I don't have the rendering being captured. But if you look from back here and we switch to something else here, you can see he looks kind of like wide, like he should have a crotch here for his arm, like a black line here to distinguish that his arm is down here. I don't know. Looks good. It looks all right though. Can we go like really, like what if we went like really tacky on this? If this was like what would look really bad here? Like, I don't know, is that even a thing? We'll take that and then we'll do an L here. This. No, wait, what? This. L this? No. I can't remember how this even works. L on this. No. Edit undo. Q this. L this. There we go, but that's not the right. No, what is that? That's the bib. The bib layer. Okay, so we Q this. And then L this. There we go. Q this. This. Oh, this is back up on the collar. Q this. And then L this. There we go. And it's not going to look right anyway. No, that doesn't give me the desired effect. What does he have in here? He's got a light. Yeah, it's a very light. Yeah. Even the collar is white. Okay, I just closed that and I didn't want to close it. I just closed that whole window. No, I had a whole window there that I just closed. We'll have to go back to it later. Oh, that's what happens when you talk when you're supposed to be doing when you're supposed to be talking. So we'll go back to the bib here. Take this and let's just throw on something that's kind of lightish. That might be okay, you know. We'll Q that, and we'll L that, and then we'll Q that, and we will L that. And if we look here, yeah, that's better. Yeah, I think so. We'll zoom out for you. Yeah, looky there. Looky there. That's not so bad. He looks sufficiently cheesy, right? He's got a sufficient level of cheese. Our cheese quotient is met in this character now. This character who will be on screen for a grand total of 7 seconds. Ugh. I almost need a nap now, but I'm not going to let myself succumb. That's the thing. I never really wanted to get into the habit of napping. You know, I always thought if I started to nap, I'm going to get into before I had kids, there was a time where I did have a semi or a quasi napping problem. Not really a problem, but I was fond and a regular, what I would describe maybe as a bit of a regular napper, and where I didn't have a set time, not like I had a date with the couch every day. But honestly, if I'm being honest, and that's what this is all about, right? We got to be honest with each other. Don't hold anything back. You got a problem, tell me. If I got a problem, I'll tell you. You know, we're not holding anything back. We're not burying or repressing any problems here. We're going to put it all out in the open. Be honest. Yes, I would occasionally, more frequently, be known for napping. It was not uncommon to find me napping on the couch. I had free time to just kind of bleh. Now, not so much. But there was a time, yes, and I enjoyed it. I'm going to say I'm not too ashamed of saying that I enjoyed a nap. They're good. They were good, you know, and again, it wasn't that it was like a problem. It's not like I spent all day, every day napping. But, you know, if it was, you know, Thursday afternoon at 6 o'clock and my wife walked in, or she was girlfriend at the time, I guess, more of a roommate at the time, maybe walked in and saw me napping. It's not like she'd be like, what is this? No, I mean, it was like, yeah, there's Broman, he's having a nap, right? I mean, that makes perfect sense. It's fine, no big deal. But now, if someone said, hey, where's hey, little Bromans, where's the big Broman? They said, oh, he's having a nap on the couch. It'd be more like, what? He thinks he can nap? Doesn't he know there's things to do? That's not even accurate either. It's not that I would be in trouble for being lazy. It would just be more strange. You know, what is he doing napping? That's not like him. That's odd. We'll give him his space and he can relax, but I hope everything's okay. And I actually kind of like this little tick here. I don't think, do I really need to get rid of this? It starts to uncover a whole bunch of other problems if I start to move this around. And that slight imperfection, you know, it might be just fine. Yeah, we're going to call it fine. Let's get this guy's hand. We'll give him a hand. Hey, give me a hand. Yeah. Where's his hand? This is Orange Man, right? No, this is Baldy. Baldy McBalderson. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I have a history with napping. I know how to do it more regular than I am now, and part of the reason why I don't nap very often now is because I don't want to get into the habit of napping. If I was psychic, that would be a great way to tell if I was psychic, because if I said knocking instead of napping and then someone knocked at the door right after, that'd be great. That would be fabulous. I mean, it would suck that someone was knocking at my door, because it'd be like, hey, people don't knock on my door. Get out of here. But it would be an interesting sort of way to cap off that joke, or that thing that happened that turned out to be something that I tried to make funny. It would be a better, more accurate representation of what that exchange was all about. Bump that up to a 2. We will dropper this and try to get that sort of image in here. There we go. We can drop this. Usually I try to make this kind of thing look like it's coming from inside. What I would usually do is make like a hiding layer where I would then hide part of what's a good way to describe that? Where there would be a so I could set it in here, but then have this cover it, right? So there'd be a layer here that was just to cover that part of I'm not going to get involved in all that. This is just going to stay here. I'm going to try to match it up with this, we're going to take the lines off of here so that the only lines we're actually getting come from this sleeve itself. And then just try to match this kind of up along here. There we go. Something like this. Yeah, that's good enough. Just to, yep. Okay. And then, so if he's coming from there like that, he's going to have a thumb that kind of loops around. Right? And then the rest of his hand is going to be very, very flat. Wait, what am I looking at here? If you're behind and you're scratching your head with your hand, your thumb could be exposed or it's going to be tucked under. Yeah, if he's got his hand like this and he's got one finger scratching. If you got one finger I'm holding my hand up now and I'm going to try and see what exactly it is I'm looking at here. Your thumb kind of comes like this and kind of sticks out there and has a quick loop around to there. And then there's some finger action happening in here. So we'll kind of do that, and then we'll kind of do this. Right? And if he's got his thumb like that and his hand like that, his hand is going to kind of come out from there. So we should probably drag this a bit to give it more of a deal like that. So it kind of shoots along more like that. This can kind of come like this. My arm comes like this. Gets narrow up here where the wrist kind of is. Maybe my hand is just deformed. This needs to be a little bit more rounded. How does that look? It looks like it should look like this should form like a bit of a V here. That comes up like that, loops in. I think it's gotten worse. Yeah, it's too long now. This part here. But really, actually, there should be some like a line around here. If I hold my finger up like that, my thumb kind of comes out like this, and then the knuckle of my thumb here kind of juts back up, causes like there's a point here, and then it juts back in. And it should form like a triangle here of space where my middle finger is, and it's like a little, hole here where my thumb isn't, but my curled up middle finger is. Like my middle finger is kind of curled up in here, like that. And then it shoots down. There's an edge along here before it shoots out into my index finger. Shoots out and becomes my index finger. So if I could show, my nose is itchy again. Go watch the Dead Cells video. This itchy nose has ruined my day. Well, not my day, but it's a bit of an exaggeration, I guess. So if we did that and then just had him kind of rock his hand back and forth, like, does it look like he's making an inappropriate suicide gesture? Or does it look like he's, I don't know. I don't really like this part anymore. I liked it better when it was shorter, but I didn't like the fact that it was short. It makes no sense, but yeah, this is very odd. This loops up, and then on my hand, gets wide again, kind of down here. This is the wrist right here where it narrows out. Should maybe also kind of narrow out here. And then it gets wide again, and this loops up and in. Maybe my hand is just screwy. And we try to maybe... Can we try to control some of this? Maybe this does end up showing this sort of wrapped around nature of this. I don't know. We'll leave it like this for now because it is just to get the point across. And this should all be in a switch layer. So we have no hand, and we also have no arm, where he's just sitting there. And then are we going to throw in like a silly sort of like a question mark deal? Are we going to do that? I've done this on another video, and I don't know if I liked it very much. We'll just throw up like a cartoony sort of red question mark over his head. And will that be something that is just like, get out of here with that sort of childlike? It's a little on the nose, right? It's like, it's a little too obvious, maybe. Like, yeah, okay, we get it. You want us to know that he's confused and not sure, but we don't have to be this this on the nose about it, do we? Do we? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Only time will tell. And then we'll throw in a little one of these. Whoop. We'll kind of squat it out. Something like that. No question mark. Question mark. And then a switch layer. Question mark. We'll throw that in there, and we'll throw that in there. There we go. So, as a base, we want no question mark. And then he comes along, and he scratches his head up here, and he goes to a question mark, and he goes to a hand, and he goes to an arm, and he goes to no shoulder line. At the back, he should have a shoulder line. And then up here, he should have no shoulder line. I don't know. Is that how I want it? Sure. I don't even know why that line is actually there. So if we do this, boom, he's got a question mark over his head. Yeah, I don't know if I really like that, but we're not going to get rid of it exactly. We'll go to here, and we'll go to here, and we'll get rid of it existing or deciding to show itself. And then, yeah, there we go. Let's bring back our other yes man just to see how the, yeah, we're going to go, yeah, when we come back, we will work on the nervous, nail biting, teeth chattering sort of look on this, on this guy here. Maybe I'll go have a nap. All this talk about napping has made me kind of want to nap, but the house is going to get busy pretty soon. I've managed to burn through all the day. It has disappeared from me yet again. I've got a couple of things to do, some tidying up, some responsibilities to take care of. I will be back for some ridiculous animation in the very near future. To you, it'll seem like just a day, in fact. But until then, thanks very much. See you soon.